So here we are. This is chair now. Yes. Any survivor here spawns with a couple of drinks, food, basic medicine and a vehicle box. You might be wondering, what is this mysterious thing that you have in your inventory? Does it spawn a vehicle? Or is it just a toy? You can't consume, you can't construct it, and you can't use it. What is it for? Well, you could be bothered to actually go here and read this here, and you will find many answers to your stuff. But we won't do that now, cause reading is boring, and I will explain it to you. If you press 6, you will go into this menu. Then you can go to more, and you can deploy a Bambi quad that uses your vehicle box. You'll get a quad to move around, but we won't do that now. For now we have the Bambi marker, so if anyone kills us he would get penalized for it. We will wait, but remember, picking up a weapon or getting into a vehicle removes your Bambi marker and you won't be able to deploy it anymore afterwards. So let us quietly look around. That's a glue addict, that's 2 of them. That makes 2 glue addicts. 3 glue addicts. 4. They're actually very dangerous unless you know how to handle them. Then they are just mindless glue addicts. Another one joined the party. You can just move through them. You can outmaneuver them and thus survive. You have to be really careful though, they may seem mindless, but they're actually a great tool. They can give away your position or give away the enemy's position. It's better to not shoot them unless you really have to. That will give away your position as well to other predators. And be careful if they ever aggro on you, like this. That can be heard from miles away. As soon as you spawn, you will want to look for a gun and armor as soon as you can, so you can defend yourself and increase your survival chances. There we are, I found the gun. Before we pick it up, we will deploy our Bambi quad, because afterwards we won't be able to. That's an AK-74M, and we're actually lucky on the ammo as well. Not sure if I should drop anything. Oh, there's some glue addicts coming on, we need to hurry. What's this? Some sort of armor and a pistol. Pistol is good for taking out glue addicts. See, I don't want to shoot them. I'm just gonna maneuver. You might also want to bind your zoom out button to a more accessible button because it's really useful. For this situation, for example, I can just zoom out and I'll be able to see the glue addicts from behind the wall. This will increase your survival rate a lot. Look both ways before you cross the road. Ah, a church, a symbol of God and peace and tranquility. We will go inside for now, but it could be dangerous. Always third person. It seems quiet, let's go in. After you pick up a gun, you'll always have to look in the bottom right corner and see. Usually Russian weapons are ranged for absurd distances when you pick them up, so just use your page up and page down button. Just use page up, you know, set it to 100 meters or 200, leave it on 100. If you don't do that, you won't hit shit. As the command deck for the ship, people usually camp sometimes there or on the ship itself. We will approach with great care. It's usually safer to go around on the other side of the ship, because if you climb any ladders here, you're an easy shot to any predator in the city. You will need to use a survival skill called enhanced movement climbing. I will show you what you need to do. You need to press escape, configure, controls, configure add-ons, add-on, and then enhanced movement reorg and bind the key here. For me, I put it on Y. With the armor we have, it's class 3, so we're pretty well protected from the usual fauna that roams this area, which is usually armed with 9mm, 45 ACP, 545 and 556. We're decently protected. But doesn't mean we can't die, we just have better chances of survival. It would appear that someone commandeered our Bambi quad. I was hoping this would not happen, but now we're out of transportation. Now that you have a GPS, you can use shift and click on the map to set markers for yourself so you don't get lost. Right now it would be essential to find the means of transportation through these wild lands. There are random wild vehicles that roam the area that you can commandeer. Although we didn't find the duct tape in town, which could be problems. But be careful, now that we have a GPS, we can see the missions that spawn on the map. We have quite a few of them on our way there. The amount of bars indicate the difficulty. This is quite an easy one. Could probably do it with the gear we have. Here we are at the base. This is where other survivors have made their place. Their base. Approach with care when you're around those bases. You can't know if there's anyone inside. But I know this place. The owners usually just scam the city we've just been into and kill unarmed survivors. They are not really a threat and they're quite useless. We'll just head on. They also like to camp in bushes a lot, also killing low level and low geared players. It seems we have found a wild truck in the area. This field seems to be to their liking. They often eat grass. They usually go in herds, but this one is alone. Hello, great beast. Approach with care and look for signs of aggression. But this one seems to be quite peaceful. I think her name is Kamaz or Zamak. Probably Zamak. And it has duct tape inside, just like I mentioned before. When it's getting darker, you can use the options menu in display and raise those up and you'll see perfectly fine. But for those of you out there that won't do that, I'll just use the lights. I'll just follow the road and take a right to the next one. Once you're here, remember to use the parking spots as a civilized person. We'll pick this one. Oh, a fellow survivor. I want to show you that you can buy night vision from this trader here at the hardware store. It's this one or this one. This one costs 900. This one is 1.9k. You can go here to the locker section. You can store your extra money safely here. And you can also access the SafeX depot. where you could store essential items to your survival, like food, ammo. Some items can be stored, such as explosives. You could leave something here, for example some guns or some clothing that you find. It would seem like this is it for the first episode, where we have learned how to survive in Cherno and gear up with the most basic stuff, how to maneuver and some useful buttons, also how to use the GPS and map system and your XM8. For the next episode you will have to stay tuned and see, so you can learn more about surviving in the wild lands of AEOG. This is Ranger Petrenko Grylls with the Bambi Survival Guide. I'll see you in the next one.